Page 41, spinning wheel. On page 40, they're introducing you to the key of G minor. Why G minor and not some other minor? Because G minor is relative to B flat major, and that's the key we've been studying. G minor has two flats. So let's talk major and minor. We already have B flat minor. We know that has two flats here. G minor, and they're saying find it in the sixth step. If I go to the sixth step of the major scale, that is the minor, the relative minor. A relative being it's related by key signature. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's G. So I start on G and I go to G and I put in two flats, I get G minor. G minor. That's what's known as natural minor. Natural minor is when you play the notes according to the key signature. You don't change anything. Well, we generally use the harmonic minor, and that's what I cover in my videos, the harmonic minors, because I found if I can do the harmonic minors, I can adjust to the others when I need them. And the harmonic minor simply takes the seventh step and takes it up a half step. The seventh step is less than one, so you just go down one from there. It's an F. In G minor, it's an F. So instead of an F, I'm going to play an F sharp. That's all. And then, of course, you have the melodic minor, which you raise the sixth and seventh step going up, and then do the natural minor coming down. So it depends on which direction you're going as to what note you're playing. So the sixth and seventh step would be, this is seventh and that's sixth. And then natural minor coming down. That's melodic minor. You'll run across it occasionally. I don't worry about it. When I get in music, I play what the notes are. And I found that I can adjust. If I can do the harmonic, I can adjust to the others when I need to. So I only practice the harmonic. Some people will say, oh, you got to do all three. You do them if you want. I ain't doing them. They have contrary motion at the bottom of the page. I don't know that you need contrary motion yet. To me, that's more of an advanced thing. Parallel motion is what you definitely need. Do what I explain in the scale videos. Go to the scale videos and do those. But so using the same fingers, but the black notes are different. I'll leave that between you and your teacher. Let's talk about this wheel over here. On page 41, I look it over, it's a page long. Now, it's longer than that because of the DC there, but it's a page of music to learn, and that's what I'm interested in. The clef signs at the beginning are treble and bass. See, they can change in the middle. I don't worry about that. I'll deal with that when I get there, but the beginning is treble and bass. There are two flats in the key signature. It tells me it's either in B flat major or G minor. I go to the end, wherever the fine is. That's a coda at the bottom, and we're ending here on a G minor chord. So I figure it's in G minor. You see, most pieces will end on their one chord. They don't have to, but most will end on their one chord. It just kind of finalizes it. They might start on the one chord, but who knows what they're going to do. In this case, it does. It starts on a one chord too. So that tells me it's in G minor. 2 4-time signature, and we got 8th notes and 16th notes. Won't this be fun? Let's take the right hand first and make sure we got the fingering and rhythm down. Just slow. 1 and 2 and, or 1 E and a 2 E and a. 1 E and a 2 E and a. Crossover. 1 E and a. 2, 2. 1 and 2. 1 E and a. 1 E. So that's just a scale there. The last two measures of the second line. And this scale, you think it's just a regular scale. That's what I generally do. I used to get in trouble in college like this because I wouldn't actually read the notes. I think, oh, this is just a scale. I just play it. No, that's the melodic scale. I raise the 6th and 7th step going up. So be careful on that. It has an E natural. They raised them both. Yeah, that'll get you. They got me. Then third measure, you get these 1 and 2 and 1. If you don't want to be up in here, you can use second finger. I don't know how big your hands are. Then third measure, that's an A. 1 and 2, and this is fun. Left hand, let's see what it is. Well, just 8th notes. Broke chord. Well, this is great. Let's go down to the third line. The left hand gets the melody. 1 and 2, cross. 1 and that's nice. Put the hands together. Let's see what mess we have here. It's here and here. One knee and a two knee and a. So, or one and two and you know the 16th note is in between them. One and two and. I go through and I put the hands together at your speed, not mine. Then go over, say, a line or so at a time, slowly, and get rid of any hesitation so it is a steady eighth note pulse throughout. You don't want your wheel to be glitching anywhere. And the third line, one and two and one and two and one and. Just take it slow and easy and figure it out. Now, once the hesitations are gone, then I add the articulation. The staccatos, I'm flexing at the wrist, they're short staccatos. I'm connecting this at the same time. Then in the third line, it switches. Now it's staccato on the right hand. I was little and I'd run across this kind of thing in music, I just could not do it. I kept wanting to play. I kept wanting to play on the beat instead of the off beats I had at time. And it didn't matter which hand was doing it. It took me quite a while practicing to get that. Go slow. One. You got to go real super slow until you get that feeling drilled into your brain. Then after the articulation, I add the dynamics. It applies to the melody, wherever it is. Mezzo forte at the beginning, moderately loud here. Whatever you think sort of loud is. This, soft. And then I'm going to crescendo up to loud. So that half note is loud. The left hand stays soft. Now the second line is soft. Left hand's very soft. Now here you're going to go, that's fine. The left hand can go ahead and come up a little bit because it's the left hand's got to come down in the last measure of the second line. Each note gets a little softer. Third line, they give you two dynamics. You don't need it. I wish, that's not really how music works. And the fourth line, they do it correctly. This is weird. You need the F in the third line between the steps. It's like where the P is in the fourth line, that's where the F should be in the third line. And you don't need the MP. The melody's in the left hand. That's what they're telling you. It's loud. And this, sort of soft. And then soft, loud. The right hand there stays out of the way. Now I do want to mention a couple things. As far as phrasing goes, in the third line, you can lift up there. Lift up for the phrasing, like taking a breath, that's fine. And in the last measure of the fourth line, here, for a half a beat, that's still down. That's done. One and two and comes up on the end of two. Don't raise them at the same time. That's not what's written. Now, as far as interpreting it, you might someday interpret it that way. But right now, we want to play it as it's written. It's important. Here. Then at the bottom, the coda, soft here. There's a repeat sign there at the coda, and it says second time higher, but it's only the right hand, not the left. If they wanted both hands, they got to say both hands. Or they got to put the AVA above both staves. It's just the right hand. Then come back down for the last two measures. Where you're here, you can actually hear or hear. And if you want to prepare going from the second measure to the third measure, this is the coda at the bottom. Here, from here to here. If you don't want up here, you got to do this. If you're going to do that, you need third finger on the D. Or I could use third finger to begin with. That way I can reach this. And it gets softer, and there's no staccato at the end there. Softer, very soft. Yeah, it's kind of both hands there. There's no melody. No fermata, you hang on to it. Let's take a look at what I call a roadmap. When do we go where? Because this gets confusing. This helps them save space and save printing and save money to do this. It's a good lesson for you to learn to do this anyway. It'd be easy to read if they just print it all out. There is a repeat sign at the end of the second line that's going to send you back. There's a note above the staff at the end of the second, at the beginning, saying second time 8VA. So when you finish this at second line, and you repeat, the right hand comes up here. So during the rest, come up here. And up. Like so. That's the second time. Then when you finish this the second time, the 8VA goes away. I assume it's not written real clearly, but I think you come back down here for the third line. You're not up here anymore. You're down here. That's not clear, but I'm guessing, see, I look at it in sections. First two lines is a section of music. The next two lines is a section, and the coda is another section. It's like chapters in a book. You have sections of music. I don't know if we've worked through that, but it helps in understanding how to play it and how it's put together. So I take the first two lines as a unit, and then I take the third and fourth line as a unit, and then I take the coda as a unit. So when I go, after I repeat it up here, and I go to the third line, the 8VA goes away. I'm down here. They should have put in an LOCO there. They didn't. LOCO means local, but I'm going to interpret it as local here. I could be wrong. Maybe they want the whole thing up here. I doubt it, but okay. At the end of the fourth line, there's a DC, I'll sign, then coda. You don't need the then coda. All you need is the DC, I'll sign. That's it. That tells you what you need to know. DC means go back to the beginning. All sign means go to the coda sign and then go to the coda. Well, the coda sign is at the end of the second line, the little circle across the arrows. So once you get to that point, you immediately jump down to the coda. And then the first two measures of the coda is surrounded by repeat signs. So you're going to play those two measures twice. And the second time you play it, you're going to play it up here, and then here. The last measures are not 8VA. They're right where it's written. Okay. Now, keep in mind that note says 8VA second time or second time 8VA. I don't know which comes first. I don't care. But the point is, it's only the second time because you're going to play these first two lines 3 times. You play at the beginning. Then when you repeat, you come up. And then when you do the DC, you come back, play them again. Well, play them where they are. Don't play at 8VA again. If they wanted it up there on the third time, it would say second and third time 8VA. Something like that. It's a little confusing in my opinion, but okay, we'll work it out. Anyway, let's get back on track here. The speed, allegro, is kind of quick, but it's not always the speed of the beat we're talking about. You have to consider what's in it. And when they start dividing beats up like this, 8th notes and 16th notes, that's going to slow it down. It needs to feel sort of fast. Well, how fast is the beat? 1, 2, 1, 2. That's almost like an andante. That's not fast. But if I go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. That's just like, no, I don't think the spinning wheel needs to go that fast. So slow it down is somewhere in there. They've added pedal at the end. I don't like it at all. That changes too much. I don't want all these overtones and all this stuff added at the end. I want to die away. I want to die away. And I only want these notes at the very end. So I would not recommend using pedal on this at all. I really don't. If you want to use it, put it down right after you play those notes and hold it down all the way to the end. But I think it ruins it to do that. Now let's play this together slowly and check that you have the correct notes and rhythms. I'm not going to do the louds and softs. We're not performing it. We're going to go really slow. And we are going to do the repeat and the DC and the whole mess like that. So I'll give us 2 counts because there's 2 beats and a measure. And I'm going to put the metronome on 8th notes because there's 8th notes going crazy all over here. I'll give us 2 quarter note counts to come in. Ready, and go, and. Repeat. Go on. To the top. To the coda. Repeat, repeat. Go on. 1 and 2 and hold and 2 and